Not your average gamer.
Welcome back. I am not your average gamer. Y'all see what we playing. We on Overwatch 2. You know they was having issues the first couple of days, but I finally got in this boy. I'm a big Overwatch fan, been playing it for years. Don't play with me. I ain't no noob. You see the gold X. So look, this new mode is called Push. In my personal opinion, it's the best mode they've ever made. Essentially, this is a tug of war. So picture you and somebody else playing tug of war. The middle of that rope is the starting point for this mode. So the farther you push that robot, the better. This is not like push the payload or anything where you switch sides and then it's your turn to be on defense or attack. It is one round and whoever pushes that thing the farthest wins. So if you're playing tug of war with somebody, that middle ground is technically the beginning point. The farther you pull somebody past that middle ground, the better. Same applies here, but kind of in reverse. The further you push that robot from the middle ground counts as how far you pushed it. So if the enemy team pushes into your territory, say 20 meters, you gotta make up for that 20 meters and get back to middle ground. Then anything past that is when it starts to count how far you push the robot. So I hope that makes sense. So as Reinhardt, what I like to do is push people off the point and then allow my team to come back and then push. When you have good DPS, what they will do is shoot with you and pop off the people that are being pushed back by you. When you got good healers, they gonna provide you the support and keep you healed up while you're doing that. And then there'll always be one or two lagging back, playing the point and making sure the robot is being pushed. That's top strategy. Now, as a Reinhardt, I can't push all day. I gotta shield up and get my team the way in when we can't get in. So here, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but my DPS is honestly doing a terrible job of helping me. My other tank is helping me more than anything. So after a while, as you see, my shield gonna crack. I'm gonna need some help with that. So the best thing you can do when your DPS is give your tank a whole lot of fire. That's your job anyways, to give a whole lot of fire so that you can damage up the enemy team and create openings from killing the other enemy tanks. If you don't know, DPS is real good for killing enemy tanks. Really good for killing anybody, but the tanks are physically bigger than everybody, so they're the easiest targets. So if you play DPS, that's what you want to do. So that Reaper, that guy who just did that special with the shotguns, he's a DPS for those of you that are new to the game. Since I'm a tank, I can take a whole bunch of damage though. So I caught him doing this special, pushed him out the way with that charge, wiped his team. Now I'm gonna stick with the robot and keep pushing. My team is fighting. I'm gonna just stick with the robot and try to keep pushing. I'm not getting any heals right now, so I'm pretty much guaranteed dead. So I gotta fight. And they kill me. So if you heard me on the voice chat, I clearly see my DPS ain't cutting it. So I switched to the Wrecking Ball. Anybody that knows this game knows Wrecking Ball is the perfect harasser. Him and Diva, they real good at harassing. Personally, I think Wrecking Ball is better. So my suggestion to anybody in this game, new or veteran status, if your team ain't doing it for DPS, switch to Wrecking Ball and get to harassing them boys.
Viable progress.
So you're gonna see me doing a lot of balling up, ground slams, running into people with the ball, getting in and getting out after I run them over and going back for the heals. Wrecking Ball, you just want to harass people, get in, get out, stick and move. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. My health getting low here, so I hit the R button and I got that extra little shield. The more people you're around when you're using that shield, the more people, to be specific, the more enemy people you're around when you use that shield, the more shield you'll get. So let's say for every enemy you get 100 extra shield, just throwing that number out. So if it's 2, you get 200. If it's 4, you get 400. So when I'm getting shot at and I'm trying to make an escape, I'll turn on that extra shield just to give myself some extra health. But if I can use it while my health is still high, then I'll go ahead and use it then, so I can just get to harassing these dudes for even longer than I would be without it. And if there are no enemies around, don't trip, you still get some shield just for using it. Come down with the Grand Slam and pop off the Reaper. You know how we coming with it. If you're a Wrecking Ball player, you gotta come with the Ground Slam all day. And yes, I know I said Grand Slam. It's grand when I do it. I'm not your average gamer. Don't play with me, I am not one of them. Hit him with the slam, throw out the minefield. That's my special for those of you that don't know about Overwatch just yet. Wrecking Ball does not have a shield, but that minefield does provide a lot of shield for you to be able to push the enemy team or play behind it and just shoot them while they worry about dodging the mines.
Oh, he goes down on the Wrecking Ball.
My Moira came through for me there. That was nice. Healer's starting to pick it up. DPS seem like they're starting to pick it up. They still not really the best. The healers are doing better, but the DPS need work. So essentially, I'm tank / DPS right now, which is stupid, but I'm balling, so whatever. Now you see I pop the enemy team, and I get right back to the robot, close to my team, but in the area where I can shoot and not be seen for a couple seconds, just so I can come back down like this. The key to Wrecking Ball is staying in areas where people don't know where you're coming from, so you can get an easy ground slam in to start off. Ground slam builds your ultimate a whole lot because you can hit a bunch of people with it at one time. So try to ground slam multiple people every time you do it. If you can do that, then you can build your ult really fast with Wrecking Ball. My ultimate is back just like that. Between running people over, hitting multiple people, and ground slamming them, you can get your ult with Wrecking Ball super quick. You see I retreated, I didn't overfight. Overfighting is a really bad thing in Overwatch because the respawn time is serious. It be like 6-7 seconds, and depending on your role, respawning is not the best thing. If you're a healer or a tank, specifically a tank, the worst thing you can do is be caught up in respawn time because the team needs you more than anything, because essentially there is no push without you. So remember, tanks are the leaders. They provide the push. What they do, the rest of the team follows based on what they do, on how they're going to play. Low on health, you see I got in, hit him up, got low on health, and then I got out. Now right now I'm trying to play near my team because I'm waiting for some heals, but instead of Moira throwing me a heal ball, she threw a death ball. That is not a good medic. You can see your teammates through the wall when their health is low, so I don't know why she did that, but that was not fire. Another reason why I switched to Wrecking Ball, because I can get in and get out real quick and just roll to some health if need be. See, I build up that armor. Their team is shooting me all together, and it's taking a lot of my health.
Goodbye.
And that armor is the reason why I live long enough to get that ult again.
Come on now. This is top tier. I come from Overwatch 1. I'm ready to play.
Recalibration is complete. En route. Over there.
Alright, so if you see, I'm back with my team. I was just going to press forward without them, but right now we've kind of been getting popped, but at the same time we've been making a good forward progress. So when your team starts to make good forward progress, the worst thing you can do is go solo. So that's when you want to gang up together more than ever because you're strong. Overwatch is a really bad game to be in a lead and then do something stupid like leave your team and lose the lead because it's not really the easiest to come back when you start losing.
Yes, sir.
Now, even though we were getting popped off, you see that robot never left this area. And I died like 3-4 times in that same area, but the enemy team couldn't push us back. That's what I mean by when you're in the lead, it's really good to just stay as a team. So now, even though I'm harassing, I'm staying closer to my team than I was before when I was making the push to get us where we got to. At this point, all we need is numbers. Overwatch is big on numbers.
We cannot allow them to take the robot.
And we up by a whole bunch too, so just remember, we started off losing, and I switched to the wrecking ball and made a bunch of difference. So even though this is a highly team-based game, and you pretty much cannot win without team, if you can be that one person and make a difference, one thing I noticed about Overwatch is the teammates will pick up on it,
Step on out of my area.
and they'll
Step out of
start
my
to
area.
support based
Look
on
at
what
you.
you're doing.
Blown up left and right. Step out of my area.
So at this point, we're in overtime. For those of you that don't know, Overwatch automatically goes into overtime when the time runs out. So if it's a 5-minute match, it'll give you like that last 3 seconds to kick everybody off the point
You know what I'm talking about?
and then claim victory.
That W dub. I don't even
So
know what MIT
when you're in
is.
overtime and
I got a lot
you're
of it.
winning, all you need to do is push the enemy team off the point. You don't necessarily have to kill them. You just need to push them off. People like Wrecking Ball are really good for that.
I knew I
And
had
Reinhardt
that game. Don't
is really
play
good
that
for
boy,
that
he
too.
is not one of them.
Junkrat is good for that if you play DPS because he can throw those bouncing betties that push people back. So just keep in mind, when you're in the lead and you're in overtime, you don't got to kill them. Just push them off the point. If you can get them off for those 3 seconds, you are good. And that's how to be not your average push player. You know how we coming with it. That was my first game, by the way, and that's a W dub. I am not your average gamer. Thanks for watching. See y'all next video.
Not your average gamer.